Trump took this opportunity in Hormuz to look at NATO and say, all right, prove me wrong. Here's your moment. Show me you're relevant. And instead of proving him wrong, NATO handed him exactly the ammunition he needed to justifiably collapse the transatlantic alliance. Check it out.
I think NATO's making a very foolish mistake. And I've long said that, I wonder whether or not NATO would ever be there for us. So this was a great test because we don't need them, but they should have been there. The other thing is, and I think, very important, we didn't have to be there for Ukraine. Biden chose to spend hundreds of billions of dollars on Ukraine. And I guess the head of Germany just made a statement that, they weren't involved and they have nothing to do with the war. But at the same time, they think we did a great thing by knocking them out. Nobody wants to have Iran or anybody, but nobody wants to have Iran with a nuclear, because these people are crazy. They're absolutely crazy.
President Trump warned that NATO was facing what he called a very bad future if allies failed to respond. It wasn't a threat. It was a verdict. We've always wanted to see if you, our so-called European allies, would come to our aid just like we've always come to yours. And you just answered that question loud and clear. Well, as it turns out, that's all these freeloading European nations needed to hear. As of today, 6 U.S. allies have just released, as of today, a joint statement completely capitulating to Trump's pressure. The UK, France, Germany, Italy, Netherlands, and Japan, they have all formally expressed their, quote, readiness to contribute to appropriate efforts to ensure safe passage through Hormuz. And to its credit, the UK has already dispatched 2 warships to the region and sent military officers directly to CENTCOM headquarters in Tampa to begin joint planning. So the coalition has 1 serious member. It's got 5 reluctant signatories, and with a lot of work to do, no question, but it was a major capitulation.